So today we're going to talk about what I call 2-and-1 hand-foot combinations. So first of all, hand-foot combinations simply means it's a combination pattern, some kind of repeating pattern where the hands are involved and the feet are involved, or in this case, the foot. So we're going to deal with just our right foot, both singles and doubles. Today, actually, we're just going to talk about singles, but hand-foot combinations involve your hands and your feet. Okay, so 2-and-1, the 2-and-1 combination simply means 2 on the hands, 1 on the foot. In fact, whenever I talk about hand-foot combinations, there's always 2 numbers involved. The first number is how many hits, how many notes your hands are going to play. And then the second number is how many notes your foot is going to play. So in this case, 2-and-1, we have 2 notes with the hands, 1 note with the foot. 2-and-1, 2 with the hands, 1 with the foot. Now the key is to keep this repeating pattern going. This is a 3-note pattern. 2 plus 1, of course, is 3. 2 on the hands, 1 on the foot. But you want to play it at a repeating pattern and all at the same rhythmic rate. Now we're going to do this in triplets. Okay, so I think this is the easiest way to learn these combinations initially, and then we'll go to other rhythmic rates and other lessons. But right now we're going to deal with triplets. So if I were to keep this going, kind of in a triplet form, it's going to sound like this, nice and slow. Right hand lead, right, left, bass, right, left, bass. That's actually exercise 1A, okay? We're just doing right, left, bass, over and over, 2 on the hands, 1 with the foot, and we're playing as 8th note triplets. So let me demonstrate this at 75 beats per minute so you can hear just kind of how that sounds. These are 8th note triplets. So this is exercise 1A. There's 2 sticking variations here. So we're going to do the first sticking variation, which is just right, left, bass, right, left, bass. Very simple, right, left, bass, repeated. Now the second sticking variation makes it a little bit tougher. We're going to actually alternate right, left, and then left, right. Okay, right, left, and then left, right. This is a little bit tougher because you don't have a static or a constant sticking pattern. It's kind of changing, but here's what that looks like, all right? Still 2 with the hands, 1 with the foot. We're going to go right, left, bass, and then left, right, bass, and then repeat that. So that's still exercise 1A with the second sticking variation. Let me play that to constant tempo, 75 beats per minute. So once again, exercise 1A with the second sticking variation. Now, a couple things. We're going to keep everything on the snare drum today. We're not going to go into any orchestrations. We'll save that for other lessons. I want you just to focus on these patterns, getting comfortable with these hand-foot combinations. Now, the second thing is you might be wondering, why the sticking variation? Why not just keep it right, left, bass, because it's easier. And that's true. But the reason we're going to change the sticking, and the reason we do that alternating sticking pattern is because aside for just adding a little more challenge to everything, when you get into orchestrating things around the drums, you're going to get a different sound by using different stickings. Let me give you a very brief example. Again, this is kind of a side note, not necessarily a big part of today's lesson. We'll talk about orchestrations later on. But if I move my hands to the toms, right hand on the floor tom, You know what? Actually, I'm going to keep it left hand on the snare drum. This would be easier to hear this difference between the floor tom and the snare drum. So if I do the first sticking right, left bass over and over, you can hear the difference in all of those voices. I'm going to do the same exact pattern, but I'm going to change the sticking. Right, left, bass, left, right, bass. Now listen to how, when I have my hands orchestrated in this way, simply by changing the sticking, listen to how that completely changes the sound of what I'm playing. All right, completely changes the sound from this to this. Just, that's a little side note. That's why we're going to do some different stickings throughout this lesson and some of the others as well. And also in the notation at the very top, I have a little note that you'll want to practice all of these sticking patterns in reverse. Okay, we've done this in some of our snare drum exercises. So really you have 4 sticking exercises to deal with in all these exercises. The 2 that I've actually outlined, and then the reverse of that. So the reverse of that for 1A, and I'm not going to go through this for every single lesson, but just know that, you know, you have the reverse sticking options that you want to practice as well. So 1A, the reverse would be left, right, bass, left, right, bass. That's the first sticking variation, but reversed. All right, and then we do the alternating. So instead of right, left, bass, left, right, bass, it's a second sticking variation in exercise 1A. We reverse it. So we start with the left hand. Left, right, bass, right, left, bass. Left, right, bass, right, left, bass. Okay, so just keep that in mind. We have 2 sticking variations for all these exercises, and then another 2 when you play the reverse of that. So you want to practice all of these, get comfortable with these combinations and the associated sticking patterns. So moving on, exercise 1B, it's the exact same pattern, 2 on the hands, 1 on the foot, but we're going to jump up to 16th note triplets, okay? 8th note triplets are just 3 notes per beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 16th note triplets are 6 notes per beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're playing twice as fast. That's really all we're doing in exercise 1B. Still the same sticking variations. Right, left, bass, right, left, bass. We're going to start with that. Same tempo, 75 beats per minute. So here is exercise 1B, 16th note triplets with the first sticking variation. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. We're just playing 16th note triplets. Same thing with the second sticking variation, right, left, bass, left, right, bass, but we're playing at 16th note triplets. So here's that, 75 beats per minute, exercise 1B.